Hey YouTube, just going to do some quick practice flights here, morning flights, very little wind, a couple miles out of the northeast, with the Eflite 1.2 meter Thunderbolt Razorback 4S 2200.
Down. Gear up.
I try to keep it out of the sun here as much as I can.
Medium. Flaps up. Medium.
I keep talking about how this plane balloons and I haven't done anything to adjust that yet. Maybe I'll futz with that after this battery and see what I can do about that. Again, the ballooning with when you deploy the flaps, this plane is pretty dramatic when it happens. Maybe dramatic's the wrong word, but it's very noticeable.
Experience mode. Medium. Medium. ESC 13.7 volts. Medium. Medium. ESC 13.8 volts. Medium. Safe mode. Medium. Gear down. Medium.
Coming in for a touch and go.
Take off flaps.
There's that balloon I was talking about. Woo! Like the wind went, yeah, well, and then I probably should have used a little rudder on that, but it came in, you could see it crabbing. I'm like, oh, yeah. Crap.
I thought you were gonna do the rudder at the end, just like.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have. All right, let's take a look here. So one thing that I struggle with this IX14 is with my sunglasses. I probably commented on this before, but I have a hard time seeing the screen. 40%. Enough for a touch and go.
Experience mode. Safe mode. Medium. Gear up. ESC 14.2 volts. Flaps up. ESC 14.2 volts. ESC 14.2 volts. ESC 14.3 volts.
Alright.
Medium.
Bring it back in here.
Gear down. Take off flaps.
Whew, there, you see the balloon there. That was all flap related. Got a little interesting. Alright, I think I'm low enough on battery here, YouTube. Let's see if I can make some adjustments to that ballooning. We'll be back. Mark with Ultimate RC. Alright, YouTube, so another flight here with the Thunderbolt. Flying RC batteries, 2200 4S 50C, a little more weight. I still am putting a little extra battery, a 1 cell 300 I think it is, all the way forward, wrapped in with the regular battery to get some more nose weight to balance this out. Here we go.
Medium.
That was a pretty nice takeoff. Also, I did have, I think, -7 and -8 for flaps.
Take flaps up.
I've now put that to 12 and 15. We'll see how that does. Unless I'm doing those numbers backwards. I don't think I am.
30 seconds.
But we'll see when we come in for an approach.
Experience mode. Medium.
That 50C really torques this thing. Of course, 4S helps.
Medium. ESC 14 volts. Medium. Medium. Safe mode.
Alright, I'm gonna try doing some approaches here. Again, I still do most of my takeoffs and landings in safe. I occasionally will do a takeoff out of safe because I just forget to switch. You probably, or maybe saw the video where my maiden on this, I'd set up safe
Gear down.
the night before,
Take off
got to the
flaps.
field, it didn't, oof. Okay, still a lot of ballooning there. Maybe I need to go the opposite way with those numbers. So I don't see that getting any better. Any rate, did a pretty decent landing with this out of safe. Yeah, I think I'm doing the numbers in the wrong direction. All right.
Throttle cut off.
Alright, so let's just look at flaps here.
Flap take off, flap landing, flaps.
We'll try those settings, so that's 8 and 12. Let's see how that helps. Okay. Check. 60%.
Take off flaps. Throttle cut off.
Let's see how it does with this setting. My timer going off already.
Minus 1 minute.
I think that's... I got double timer set up.
Take up, flaps up.
Alright, let's
ESC 14.3
try and approach once.
Flap take off flaps.
Much better. I might dial a little bit more, and it helps when you do the numbers the right way. You know, much better nose down attitude here.
Landing flaps.
Yeah. Got too indecisive of which way to go with the thing because it wouldn't turn. It's a big thing with warbirds. It was a pretty hard hit.
Flaps up.
I think these torpedo tubes take the brunt of the damage, although I took a little to the nose there. Lucky. All right. Alright, that's probably it for battery on this one. And I'll put another one in. Thanks again for watching YouTube. Like and subscribe, Mark with Ultimate RC. The P47. So that's World War II fighter plane that was actually used, that's modeled after. Yeah, it's a cool plane to fly. I like it.
Mine's a tiny little.
Well, you got. I started with a little plane like that too. I had a little blue Corsair, not any bigger than that I started flying right here. I wasn't Helder. I don't think Helder was here. Mark was here, and Richard was here when I showed up with that one day.
Which one?
My little. Have you ever seen that little blue Corsair I started out with? It's teeny like this. You can't even fly it out of safe because it goes. So you fly it in beginner or intermediate mode, and that'll allow you to like do some rolls and stuff, but you can't like fly completely out because there's no way to control it.
There's no way to fly those small planes.
But that's how I started, and I started getting bigger and bigger planes, and I've got all different sizes at home, but I mostly fly the big ones now because they're easier to fly. But the only problem is you can't kick them. You don't start, so you got to learn like some things. Like when you go nose down into the street, you're gonna break it. That's a crash. So you got to try and get out of those habits with this.
We had two.
Yeah.
My brother started with one.
Okay.
And we have it in his room because he completely destroyed it.
Yeah. Oh, I've destroyed several.
It straight down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's now super glue with golden on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Some of my first
now
planes.
There's a new one, and he's like, I don't want to crash it. And
Yeah.
I just landed. It's fine.
Yeah. It's some of my first starter planes I crashed like 4 or 5 times and put them together with glue again. So it's not.
At least 16 crashes.
Oh sure.
When I first tried it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why the nose is all screwed up.
It looks good for that many. It's not an easy hobby to say by any means. It's hard.
Yeah.
But if you get halfway decent at it, it's a lot of fun. It's even fun with a little thing like that, right? You're probably having a blast today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear up. Flaps up. ESC 14 volts. Minus 4 minutes. Medium. Gear down. Take off flaps.
Always cool to have some new people join this hobby.
Medium.
I don't pretend to know a ton, but I guess I try to share what I can when somebody like that shows up at our quote-unquote flying field here. Alright, I don't have a lot of battery. Let's bring this in. I'm going to try full landing flaps this time. Still ballooning a little bit, but not. I'm going to dial that up a little bit more, but it's a lot better than what it was. Power, power, power. There we go. Alright, YouTube. Enough fooling with the P47 today. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. Mark Ultimate RC.